What is going on, everybody? It is Big L here, and today I am bringing you our Week 8 battle against Nolan and his Woolloomooloo Wooloos. This isn't going to be the best video. Still kind of busy with moving and everything, and don't know why this isn't loading, but whatever. I'll go over what he brought. He brought Slurpuff, Sarina, Mega Metacham, Obstagoon, Scolipede, and Rotom Heat. I was really surprised at no Dragapult. I thought Dragapult looked good against me. He could have just not brought it for a potential playoff rematch, because we are both first place in our divisions, respectively. I brought Silvally Normal, Deoxys Defense, Mega Diancie, Araquanid, Noivern, and Melmetal. So, looking at here, I looked at the lead matchup. I thought, Noivern would be a pretty good lead. It's Choice Scarfed, and he led the Scolipede, and I saw it was Focus Sash. I'm like, okay, he could, be the set where he wants to Swords Dance turn 1 and then Baton Pass out and pass a +1 speed boost plus a Swords Dance to the next Pokemon. He could also just Protect and then Swords Dance. So I thought, U-turn would probably be the safest play here. And he didn't go for Protect, which kind of surprised me. I went out to Araquanid because I know I can live anything it wants to go for, and he goes for Spikes. So this is a hazard stacking variant. I'm going to take a drink real quick. I know I can live any hit this thing wants to go for. I know Liquidation does a really, really nice chunk of damage. So I'm free to just stay in and go ahead and just go for the Liquidation and get a nice chunk of damage off on this thing. Oh, we go for Sticky Webs. Sorry, I went for my Sticky Web because I did want my Webs up. Mega Metacham without Webs up, and then this thing kind of mitigate its speed boost if it wants to keep coming in. Also, Slurpuff having to switch in on Webs makes its Unburden a lot more manageable. So here I'm like, I'm going to go ahead and go for the Liquidation. I have Defog on Noivern, so I'm free to just go ahead and go for the Liquidation. He can keep speed boosting. He can keep stacking up hazards. That's fine. And Jitterbug gets his first KO of the season, which is really, really nice. And here he goes out into the Sarina, which I'm expecting this thing to just go ahead and go for the Rapid Spin, and that's what he does. And I just go ahead and go for the Leech Life. And I see that this thing is very, very defensive. So here I'm just like, okay, I'm going to go out into Noivern. Oh, sorry, I thought I went into Noivern here. But apparently I went for just another Leech Life. I went for my Webs back up. Sorry. I thought I went on Noivern there. Sorry. But now here I go out into Noivern, as I already knew it was leftovers. He goes for the Rapid Spin again, and here I know he's not going to want to stay in, so I just go ahead. I'm free to just go ahead and defog, and he does stay in. He decides to stay in and just go for the knockoff, which kind of confused me. I guess I could have taken a huge chunk of damage off on it with Air Slash there, but losing my Choice Scarf isn't a big deal because I outspeed everything on his team naturally anyway. And with the Noivern gone, I don't have to worry about it passing speed to anything. I was mainly Scarf, so I had a way to revenge kill Dragapult at any point. So losing my Scarf wasn't that big of a deal. And now I'm free to switch moves. So now I'm free to get off a U-turn on whatever wants to come in, because I don't think he's going to want to stay in. And here, I go for the Air Slash. Sorry, I thought I went for the U-turn there. I think I saw Air Slash as a no drawback play because I do outspeed everything. So here, I can just go ahead and go for the U-turn here. And I just go right out into Deoxys because I know I can live anything this thing wants to go for. As he goes for the Volt Switch, it does a little bit. I could tell, if I remember right, I remember that tells me it's offensive. Here, I make a little bit of a misplay. I thought to myself, you know what? I don't really want anything to take a knockoff, and I knew that Deoxys could take it, so I was like, I'm just gonna go ahead and click Teleport here. Maybe he tries to overpredict and goes out into something else. Maybe he tries to overpredict and go out into, I don't know, the Metacham or the Sarina predicting me to switch out into Diancie. So I just decided I'm gonna just go ahead and stay in and take the knockoff. I knew I lived it, and I could just go right out into my Mega Diancie. And I Mega Evolve. I predicted him. I thought he'd switch out here. I almost went for Diamond Storm. I'm really glad I didn't, because he just stays in and lets this thing go down. And Mavis is able to claim a KO, and it's looking like things are going pretty well. Deoxys is kind of worn down. He goes out into this. He went out into this really, really quickly. So it really leads me to believe he's got Bullet Punch, which why wouldn't he? He goes out, he Mega Evolves, goes for the Fake Out, which is fine. It lets me learn that he does have, in fact, Fake Out, which is fine. He doesn't, I guess he was just trying to see what my check to this would be, which is understandable. So here, I just decide I'm going to go ahead and get my webs up. I know this thing can't really do much to me. If it wants to go for a close call, a high jump kick, it's fine. Sorry, I went for a liquidation. I thought I went for a sticky web there. And he goes for the drop kick, as I believe I just go for a sticky web. And so I'm free to just stay in, go for that sticky web, force him to rapid spin as I go right back out into the Noivern. As he goes for the rapid spin, and Noivern's gotten kind of worn down, which isn't ideal, isn't something I really, really wanted. I'm free to just go ahead and go for the Air Slash here, because I knew, based on the calcs from last time, I knew that one more Air Slash on Rotom meant that a Draco killed the following turn. So here, I'm free to just click Draco Meteor and claim the KO on this Rotom, and that's what we do. And we're currently up 6 Mons to 3, but we do have a few Mons weakened down, which isn't ideal. As he goes right out into this, I'm going to go ahead and go for a U-turn. If he is webs, that's fine. I can defog them away later. And if he's the belly drum set, I know for a fact that my Melmetal can live a +6 drain punch from this thing. So I'm not super worried about it. I go out into Deoxys just to scout what he wants to go for. If he does go for the webs, then that's fine. I can recover up on it the following turn. But if he is the belly drum set, I can just sack this and go into Melmetal the following turn for free. As he does reveal that he is the belly drum set. Here, I just let Deoxys go down. I don't really see where I'm going to be able to... I don't really want to switch anything into this because I know that Melmetal can live the hit. Looking back, I guess I could have gone into a Araquanid there. Maybe. But I figured I needed it for Sarina as a switch in, and maybe potentially a switch into Deoxys into Metacham later. As I just let Deoxys go down. Deoxys didn't really do anything this game. He got me a free switch into Obstagoon, I guess. But I knew that I could live any one hit from this thing, and I knew that Double Iron Bash KO'd. So he goes for the Drain Punch. I live that 100% of the time. And Double Iron Bash KOs, and that set is kind of, if you're not prepared for that set can run through your team. And we go left, we get our leftovers back, and he goes right out into the Mega Metacham. Here, I'm thinking, he's probably Drain Punch. I can just go ahead and go for a Double Iron Bash, get some damage off. And he reveals that he's Bulk Up. And this was the moment I realized I'm in big trouble. I needed a crit there in the worst way possible. Because this thing kind of runs through me now. I was doing calcs afterwards, thinking, okay, what lives a Bullet Punch? Noivern getting worn down. Noivern didn't live a Bullet Punch if he had it, which I assume he did. Here, I just decide I have to stay in. He gets a lot of health back. And I have to go out into Araquanid. Araquanid, I know, can live a hit. And maybe Liquidation can get me a defense drop or something. Or maybe I can get a crit. Looking back, maybe I should have gone Noivern before I went into this. I don't know. But I go for Liquidation. I don't get the defense drop. That does big damage. No crit. But here, he just finishes me off with another Drain Punch. And I have nothing at this point that can live a hit from this. It outspeeds my Silvally. Noivern can't live a Bullet Punch if he has it, and he reveals to have it, which I definitely knew he'd have Bullet Punch. If for nothing else than just for the Mega Diancie. And we get swept by a Mega Metacham. I should not have let Deoxys eat that. Deoxys going in was 100% my answer to Mega Metacham. And I let it take a bunch of damage unnecessarily, and then I just kind of sacked it without doing anything with it. Now, I couldn't have damaged this. I didn't have an attacking move on Deoxys. But he didn't know that. And if anything else, I could have gotten a Thunder Wave off on this, which meant that Silvally could have come in and, hit it really hard. Or I could have gotten a full pair on a Bullet Punch. A lot of things could have gone our way if I'd have not just kind of let Deoxys take all that damage. Also taking all the unnecessary damage on Noivern. I need to learn how to run Roost on Noivern. I keep running Defog, U-turn, dual stab. I need to start learning how to run Roost on Noivern because it really does need it. But overall, Nolan played well. Once I saw the bulk up, and Mega Medichamp's my favorite Mega. I don't understand why I never even considered bulk up Mega Medicham, the bulk up set in prep. I don't know why I never even considered it. But I guess I just thought, Deoxys can wall this, and didn't think too much about Mega Medicham, but letting Deoxys take all that damage was what beat me. Nolan played really well, so good game to Nolan. We were down to 6-2, but we're still in first place in our division. Things are still looking good. I believe if we win against Psycho Fool next week, we are locked into playoffs. I believe, looking at the schedule, I think we can only finish behind 3 people at worst. If we beat Psycho Fool. If Psycho Fool beats us, we lose out, she wins out, then we would be tied with the same record, and she would beat us she would have beat us head-to-head on us. So I believe one more win against Psycho Fool and we're in. So hopefully next week we can get it. GG again to Nolan. I will have links to all the other people's channels down in the description below from the WPF who create content. Also, shout outs to T4U for helping me build this week. Him and TRT helped me out quite a bit this week with moving into the new house and everything. I haven't really had a lot of time. But that'll do it for me today. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked, please make sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment. I will talk to you guys later. Have a good one.